So it's come to my attention that it's possible that you give yourself a neck injury from doing your hair. So I'm here to answer how that happens. First things first, nothing just gets injured out of nowhere. It's not like I have this perfectly healthy neck and I don't know, I slept wrong and it went bad, but it's totally healthy. No, that's a lie. You might feel good most of the time, but there's clearly an underlying functional or structural problem. What do I mean by that? Functional would be something that gets worse with activity, better with rest. Either you lack some stability in your neck with some weakness, or more likely you overuse it from staring at a screen, at your phone, whatever size screen it is, you're probably staring at one. You have poor posture, and you're overloading the tissues that support the neck on the back. And when they get a sufficient amount of load, eventually then turns to break, and you can get a disc injury just from sleeping wrong. Generally, after you've overused these muscles, you rest at night. Generated discs or discs with irritation on them would rather be upright than laying on their side. And if you're more rotisserie sleeper than sleeping like a log, you can irritate that disc enough to flare it up. What if you're exercising reasonable posture and you still hurt your neck when you're doing your hair like this? Well, I'll tell you what happens. When it comes to shoulder function, the clearest way to establish what good shoulder function is to be able to abduct your shoulders to cover your ears. What I mean by that is you should be able to very easily bring your arms to cover your ears like so. Doesn't matter which arm goes in front, your elbow should stay pretty straight. But it should be very, very easy to do this range. So easy that just the first few degrees of you moving your arms away from your torso, that is how easy the whole thing should be. So each arm should stop individually. So if I'm going up, I stop here. This side, pretty good. I have a little thing to fix in here, but I can get it there, but this is when it stops being easy. Anything above that point, for me, I have to engage other muscles. I'm engaging these muscles, all right? Those muscles, because my top of my rotator cuff muscle says, hey, I can't easily raise this up anymore. I need help to get it up here. So the shoulder blades raise. If there's enough tension there sufficiently and you have to really engage those, what's happening is anytime you engage a muscle, you can irritate or put pressure on any structure that falls between it. And when it comes to your traps and your levator scapula that help raise your shoulder blades up and down, they attach to your shoulder blade below your cervical spine and connect to your skull above your cervical spine. So if you're loading that, you're putting pressure on your entire cervical spine. And it's even worse if you're doing one of these and like checking yourself out in the mirror and you're doing one of these, you're not just doing that, but you're putting your neck in a poor position on top of that. So that's what's going on. So how do we fix this? One, assess the neck and shoulders. How healthy are they? Where are there things that can be fixed? Is it adhesion based? Is there possibly something we can clean out and restore this function so we take load off these joints? Most likely that's going to be the case, particularly when you're overloading your neck all the time looking at a screen. This is incredibly common, and that is what we focus on at our office, is cleaning these things up. As that happens, we'll be able to get measurable improvement in range of motion, which means there's less pressure on the joints and your discs aren't going to be so angry. After it's fixed, it all comes down to you exercising good habits so this doesn't happen again. All right, thanks for learning.